Hey there, welcome to another episode of Unplug, where we give you all the updates on everything you need on entertainment. I'm talking music, movies, your favorite stars, national news, global news, sports. We have everything here for you. And of course, this is brought to you by Every NG, your one stop for unlimited Nigerian trends. My name is Judith, and let's dive right into the headlines. But before that, we have really big news, something happening in Nigeria, and so unfortunate that this is not good news, but we'll talk about that later on in the show. Let's dive into our entertainment stories. First up is Laycon, Baby Naija season 5 winner, but his icons are trying their best to defend him in this case. Other people are like, nope, there's no defense for what Laycon has said. So let me give you the gist. Laycon went on Snapchat and wrote a couple of things, and he started off with Laycon is a god. That was the first thing people saw. But he subsequently wrote he's a champion, he's a winner, but no, nobody was paying mind to all that. It was Laycon is a god that people saw, and they're like, what do you mean? Looks like this guy is still smoking. A couple comments here and there. While some icons were like, but he doesn't mean it in that way. Like, he used a small g. Let's start from that. And people call themselves gods all the time. So why is Laycon's case different? But some people are like, we don't want to hear that one. He's getting too proud. So what do you think on what Laycon did? He types that he's a god. And let's remember that this is not the first time Laycon is saying this. He said it in the house. He has said it in his songs, like, I'm a god in human body. So, why are people reacting so differently to this particular statement? Who knows? Next up, Nengi. Nengi is receiving late Valentine's gift from her ninjas. And ninjas are not playing. See, ninjas are not playing. They're not just giving her flowers and chocolates and cake. They're giving her cash. So the ninjas actually arranged for cash gifts to be given to Nengi, and they put this in a beautiful money bouquet that wrote, "We love you." Nengi was flustered. She's like, oh my god, my ninjas, I'm so grateful. I'm like, where are my own ninjas now? Where were you people on the 14th? Okay, so let's talk about Tolanibaj, who just got herself a new deal with a fitness brand. Now, Tolani announced this yesterday on her Instagram and Twitter, and like, guys, I've gotten a new deal. Now, reason why this was a big deal for a lot of Tolanibaj's fans is because just last week, people were saying things like, oh, Tolanibaj has no deal. And she's like, well, Nigerians are colorists. That's why they don't really see the value in tea badge, but she's gotten a deal, so congratulations to Tolanibaj on that one. Now, right off Tolanibaj's congratulations to say congratulations in advance to Trikytee, because Triky is set to release a book. It's an ebook, but it's a book still, and this book is a very interesting one. Reason being that it's about auditions. Now, Trikytee is selling a book that would help you stand out in any audition, and of course he's using his Baby Naija success as a case study. Now, when he released this, I'm like, Trikytee for the man them. And it's like the Shakespeare in me has woken up, so I have a book for you. So if you're interested in any audition, especially seeing that the Baby Naija season 6 is coming up this year, don't forget that Trikytee has a book for you coming out in like 3 weeks. So keep your eyes out for that one. Taking off from Baby Naija housemates, let's go into a little bit of scandal happening in Nollywood and entertainment generally. And this is about Tonto Dike's ex-husband Olakunle and his new wife Rosy Meurer. Now, remember that this thing happened over the weekend, and people are like, oh my god, so Tonto wasn't the crazy woman after all. People were rallying around behind Tonto. Even Bobrisky, who she has like a long time beef with, was supporting her. People are like, oh, we're so sorry, stuff like that. Sorry for making you look like the crazy person. But people are not even done giving out their shade. People are throwing shade at Rosy left, right, center, and Pretty Mike, who is a popular Lagos socialite, decided to drop his own on Instagram. But the difference is he was hinting at something else. So Pretty Mike dropped his Instagram caption, and he was saying something about, oh, somebody is pregnant, someone who has slept with all your guys brings the pregnancy to you and you accept it. Well, we are living in a world where taking your best friend's husband is now normal. And I'm like, screw, what? What are you saying here exactly? What pregnancy are we talking about? Because remember that there are rumors of Rosy's pregnancy. So is Pretty Mike hinting at something here? Who knows? But we'll definitely keep you updated on that one. Now, talking about scandals and marriages and snatching husbands here and there, Toyin Lawani is in the news for snatching somebody's husband. Let me add again to that, because this is not the first time that Toyin is in the news for husband snatching. Remember, a few years ago, a popular aphrodisiac seller, Jaroma, accused her of, going after her husband. But let's not talk about that today. Today, we're talking about Toyin Lawani, who got engaged on the 14th of February. That was like 3 days ago, and she was so happy, shared videos. After sharing these videos, people decided to bring out their own side of the gist, which is the husband snatching part. Now, she was accused of snatching people's husbands by someone's husband, I beg your pardon, by various people, and this man that she got engaged to is her photographer, Segun. Okay, so apparently this Segun is engaged to another lady, Idel, and their marriage was even today is supposed to be their 6th wedding anniversary. They have 2 kids together. Now, this is something, because Lawani herself hasn't really said much, but she just told bloggers that, look, let me remind you people once again that I am a mad person. If you think you can be mad, I can be madder than you. So yeah, that is it on Toyin Lawani's situation, and the whole husband snatching saga is a lot to deal with, honestly. Now let's move on to some national news, and first off, we have an unfortunate situation that happened in Zamfara. This is the case of the explosion happened, and it killed 7 teenage girls. Now, according to reports, there were 9 girls that went into the bush to get firewood, and they saw something, started playing with it, not knowing that this was an explosive, and unfortunately killed 6 of them on the spot, and the remaining 3 were rushed to the hospital, but unfortunately one of the girls did not make it, making it 7 dead people. Our thoughts and our prayers are with your families, and of course this is causing tension and fear in the state, because people are like, okay, there's an explosive in the bush, so it was planted there for a reason, we are not safe. And this just reiterates and brings to light the fact that we have been battling insecurity in Nigeria for ages, and yet new things come up every day. If it's not an abduction here, it's something there, and it's just a whole lot. Now, still talking about this whole case of insecurity, the federal government has said that they are going to put CCTV cameras on all major expressways in Nigeria. This is not a new project. We've had it before, but according to the Minister of Police Affairs, Muhammad Dingyadi, he said that, the federal government is trying to bring back this project, because we've been hearing kidnappings there, like I said, abduction here, killings here. So this is their own way of, curbing the kidnaps in Nigeria. So let's see and hope that this particular project is completed, unlike the last one. Still talking about insecurity, we have breaking news, something that happened earlier this morning, and it's about the students who were abducted in Niger State. Now, around 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. this morning, students were abducted. Staff and students of a government science school in Kagara, Niger State, were abducted by gunmen. Now, in the process of this abduction, one student unfortunately lost his life. He was killed. His name is Benjamin Doma, God rest his soul, and we are not even sure of the number of students that were kidnapped, because the school is still trying to come up with that number. But news reaching us, an update is that 10 of these students, are free somehow. They didn't tell how they became free, but 10 of the captivated students have regained freedom. Well, still not sure of the number of students that were abducted, but we'll definitely keep you updated on this situation. Now, let's move on to more news, and this one, I don't know how to break it. Remember that last week we reported that a pastor refused to wed a couple because they were 5 minutes late to their wedding, and he eventually did not wed them. Now, news reaching us today is this pastor has passed on. He died yesterday at the age of 55. His name is Pastor S.A., and people are saying a lot of things. People are like, okay, what exactly is going on? Is this a mere coincidence, or is something else behind this? Well, we don't know, and nobody is saying anything in particular, but may his soul rest in peace, and our thoughts and prayers are with his family. Now, to our global stories, Japan has started vaccination for the coronavirus, and of course they are starting with frontline workers. About 40,000 medical staff are set to receive their vaccine. This is happening while there are reports of a new variant in Nigeria that started off from Nigeria being in the UK. Now, this variant, according to Simon, a lecturer from the University of Reading in UK, might be immune to vaccinations. We haven't even started vaccinating in Nigeria, and we are having a variant that might be immune to the vaccination that is already going round to everybody in the world. Wahala. Now let's move on to some sports news, because I never leave without dropping something for my sports lovers. And this one is from Barcelona's loss to PSG. Now they lost 4-1 goal, and this happened at home. The last time this thing happened was in 2016, same group, same team, and Barcelona also lost 4-0. But thankfully, Neymar, who was in Barcelona at the time, helps them with a comeback. But now that Neymar is with PSG, who is going to help Barcelona out of this situation? We don't know, but we'll keep you updated on that situation. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Unplug. Thank you for your likes, for your comments, for everything. And don't forget to keep it a date with us tomorrow, because we have more updates for you. This is brought to you by Every NG. And until next time, my name is Judith. Bye.